Hey, lighten up, jerk!
Yep.
So, the other, well, like I said, some of the adventures that Brandon and I have had in the past. I remember one in particular. He introduced me to one of our favorite places to go, which is a local bar in town called Pineapple Hill. Great place to go.
Also, it was you, because Robert loves that place.
Robert's been there.
He's
Go-to
always.
I used
He
to go
lives
there
there.
all the time.
Yeah,
like a couple years ago when the Kings were in the playoffs and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
I would be there for playoff games and stuff like that. But after a while, I moved a little bit farther away from it. It was harder to get to it. And then when I would get there, I would, from the staff that works there, be like, "Oh, I saw Robert here the other day. Yeah, I saw Robert here. I saw Robert here. I saw Robert here."
Yeah,
I was like, "Oh my God, Robert's here more than me. What the heck?"
Just work there, dude.
If
Seriously.
Side gig.
if Pineapple Hill was Cheers, he'd be Norm.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
There was a Norm there, though. By the way, there was
Like a
what was that,
literal,
what
like a
was
literal guy named Norm.
No, but like he was there like literally every single day.
Oh, it's like a Norm. Like
There were a few regulars. They're not there anymore, but there were a few regulars there that were
They would talk
every
like this, yeah.
every single day for a few hours drink Bud Light, and it was just, it was such a thing you could count on that they were there every time.
Wow.
And a couple of them were cool, and a couple of them were, you look at them and you're like, all right, maybe you should work with some priorities here, but it was just funny. It was like there's like a staple 10 people that were just always there.
And then when they weren't there, it's like, did they die?
There were a couple one of them I actually had to ask because I hadn't seen him there a couple times, and I was like, I forget his name, but I was like, hey, what happened? And he's like, oh, he moved like to some city because of something happened to his family or whatever. And I was like, holy crap. I was like, it was so weird. Everyone, like half the staff was like worried about him. They like had to like try and like find out, and then they eventually found out he like moved, and everyone, okay, he wasn't like in a gutter somewhere or something.
Did they file a missing persons?
I don't think they went that far,
The
but
poster's like, have you seen me?
he's on a milk carton or something like that.
Wanted dead or alive.
Owes the tab.
We were gonna retire on that tab.
Yeah, right.
Well, maybe they could be our first sponsor, man.
Yeah,
we could just
I know,
like,
right?
There you go.
Shoot,
every
seriously.
episode mention one thing about.
I mean, because every time we come,
Shout out to Pineapple.
we help. We
like
help
every
them out,
time,
they could help us
yeah,
out.
every time we've come to record the podcast or whatever, usually afterwards we go and
Yeah.
eat at Pineapple.
Yeah, that's true. We do.
So
It's a great place.
yeah.
The food is great, man. But
Yeah.
I remember.
Shout outs to Pineapple Hill.
Yeah, great place to eat. Great place to drink.
Yes.
No, I remember like one time we were there. There was another friend of ours that he's like, oh yeah, I haven't been to like a bar before, so like, can I go? And I was like, yeah, of course.
Never been to a bar.
Wait, who was that?
Remember my soccer friend Daniel? Yeah, and
He never been to a bar before when
No.
we took him?
Wait, and he's
Wow.
and he was of age.
yeah, he was of age.
Yeah.
What the hell is his problem?
That's
He's just like, he's a guy like
although he probably shouldn't drink a lot. That guy has a lot of anger.
Oh yeah, we're gonna tell that story too. That was a fun night. The
I like how he describes it a fun night.
I know.
Dude with
It's
a
like,
lot
yeah,
of
this
anger.
guy, this guy raged out. It was a great night.
It was
Great night.
awesome. It was awesome.
so
This
we-
is the Daniel that we know.
I
Or
don't know
no?
if you've met him
Okay.
before or not. But it's possible you've met him. I'm not sure. He's a sweetheart.
He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy.
He's a sweetheart. He's a nice guy.
He's just an angry drunk.
Yeah. No, he's not
No.
a drunk.
Oh,
he,
he
doesn't
just has
drink
rage.
He gets well, I mean,
in certain circumstances.
yeah.
Okay.
We'll
Okay.
explain that story here in a second.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyways, we take him to Pineapple because he was curious. He really wanted to go, and we sat at like one of the tables towards the back. One of the I think it was like one of the high top tables.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there was this guy that randomly came up to Brandon, who looked like the you remember like Saved by the Bell, the owner of the Max. He
Yeah,
had
yeah,
kinda
yeah.
The crazy, the
Yeah.
crazy Michael
the magician.
Richards hair.
Yeah, he was a magician
Yeah,
in real
yeah,
life.
Yeah, the crazy Michael Richards hair, the glasses, and everything. And he comes up to Brandon. He's like, "This is the guy. Yeah, you're the man, man." And it's like, and it was just like, really like, wired or something. We couldn't tell if he was drunk or what. And then all of a sudden, he whispers something to Brandon, And Brandon's like, no, I'm good.
No, he came up. There was a song playing or something. He came up, slapped my back. He's like, "This is the guy. This guy knows what's going on, right? This guy." And I'm just like, "Yeah, man, sure. That's cool." And then he leans in. He's like, "Hey, man, want a bump?" And I was like,
Okay.
Nope, I'm good, thank you."
because that has at least two connotations.
We don't know which connotation was the offer, but
Right.
After that, he went straight to the
he went
bathroom.
straight into the
okay.
bathroom.
Oh, okay.
So,
No, see,
Yeah,
still,
yeah.
So
still
fine.
ambiguous. Yeah, still ambiguous. Still
had
ambiguous.
I followed, we still don't know.
You don't know
So
which
Brandon's like,
Which bump?
And the funny thing was, Brandon's like, dude, I really need to go to the bathroom, but I do not want to go until I.
It was like he came up literally, I think, as I was saying, "Hey, I'll be right back. I'm heading to the restroom," and then he just said that, and I was like, I think I can hold it a little bit. I'll wait till I see that guy come back out.
Well, I remember you
'cause
saying it's like, I'm curious, but I'm not curious enough to figure out what the hell is
which
going
one?
on in there.
I'm not worried
What the
enough about
context
it.
was.
My
Yeah,
assumption
seriously.
was drugs, but I didn't want to confirm that
Right,
theory.
Yeah. You didn't. Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't worth it.
No,
No.
not
Well,
with that
It's a
guy.
mystery. Yeah.
Not with that guy.
And the funny part is, because Brandon and I knew because we were there all the time. It's like, who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah. Well, didn't Daniel was like
Daniel was like, oh man, you guys know that guy? And we're like both in unison. We're like, no.
No.
He's like, "Oh, do you know
I never
him?
met this guy before.
Do you know that guy?" I'm like, no.